invest the way that we talk about on this platform, then you definitely made money. And one of the other things I have to start off by saying is I told you so. If you recall this weekend, I told you that there's a very good chance that you're going to see a big pop in the market this week. And that's largely because of reversals. Remember, I told you that when the market dips like it did on Thursday and Friday, when you have a bloodbath like that, bloodbaths are usually replaced by recovery. So I'm going to break some of this down and let you know what's going on. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. So many of you are invested in the stock market. Give me a yes in the chat if you made money today. Today was a really good day. Like my homie Ice Cube likes to say, today was a good day. Well, today was a good day in the stock market. You probably got paid. You probably are feeling good. You probably saw your stocks just blow up, largely because you held on. You didn't just hold, but you also went ahead and probably bought some more if you invest the way we talk about here on this platform. Now, I'm not telling you that this always works out. This is not me saying that this is always the case. Remember, I told you on my dissertation, my doctoral dissertation, I wrote this on reversals, among other things. There were a lot of things we talked about in the dissertation, but one of the things that we talked about in that first big research paper I wrote, the dissertation's a pain in the butt. It's 150 pages of math, basically. And in that 150 pages of math, it all reduced down to x plus y plus z times 10 to the 33rd power minus 4 equals reversals. So basically, you saw a reversal. That's what you saw today. You saw that the market was oversold. A lot of people saw it as a buying opportunity, and that's when people make a move. All they're looking for a lot of times, it's kind of like when you get in a fight with your girl and you're really mad at each other and you just don't want to talk at all, and you really want to apologize. Has anybody ever gone through that where you really want to apologize and you really want to put her back in your arms? You're just looking for a reason why, right? So then they'll come in and you'll come knock on the door. You'll say, "I forgot my socks. I need my socks right now." And you don't really need those socks. You just want to go hug your woman. And that's what it is. You just need an excuse. You were looking for an excuse to reverse the trend. Anybody who's ever been in love, say yes and let me know if you understand what I'm saying. So the stock market is a game of economic love. It's one of those situations where when the market has a dip like that, the dip was driven largely by interest rate increases, which were connected to inflation fears. Inflation fears led to the dip. And after that dip, I said, I wouldn't be surprised if next week we had a hell of a week. If we had a great Monday, a great Tuesday, and that's what it was. I mean, really, if you think about it, I mean, I'm sitting here reading through the data and through the news and everything. I'm not really seeing any sort of clear economic indicators that really say that this is why the market went up. Really, it's really like people just decided, or the market just decided, okay, we've hammered the market enough. A lot of times, what happens is you have a lot of overreaction. The stock market is very emotional, and so when people get emotional and they start selling, they get scared, and you start seeing, in comparison to irrational exuberance when the market goes up. Well, you can also have irrational fear when the market goes down. And one of the things we learned this year, all through the whole pandemic, was about the power of fear. I mean, media has been trying to scare the hell out of you since March, telling you that if you step outside of your front porch, you're probably going to die. Well, that's so fear is a very powerful thing. Fear can help you sell products. Fear can help you get views on your news show. Fear can help get politicians elected. So fear also can drive stock prices into the ground. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share button, and subscribe button. And that URL on the screen is blackexpertsweekend.com. We're doing an event in the Black Business School, and basically it's for people who want to figure out how people make money with their brain. So that means if you want to make money with an online class, if you want to see how people make money with public speaking. Al Duncan's made millions of dollars as a speaker. I've made hundreds of thousands. I don't know if I've made millions as a speaker. I've made millions doing other stuff, like investing, but I don't know how much I made as a speaker. But I'll be there. My brother Lawrence, who runs Great Black Speakers, will be there. If you want to be a coach or consultant, you can do that. my baby Dr. Alicia, she's a relationship coach. So there's a lot of stuff out there that you can do. So if you are an expert at something, or want to be an expert at something, or you want to figure out how to make good content, just really good, content creation. I'm pretty good at that. We're going to talk about that. And the best thing about this event is that the price is $299, but actually, if you sign up now, you can actually get in for free. So it's going to be March 6th, that weekend. The URL's right there on the screen, blackexpertsweekend.com. So go register and just go take a look. All right. So R Heavy says, I bought my first stock today. I'm 27. Man, I'm gonna put you up here on the screen, brother, because I don't know if you're brother or sister. I just see R Heavy, so I'm thinking I picture Heavy D when I saw the word heavy. Either way, so I'm assuming you're a dude, but maybe you're not a dude. But I just want to say congratulations to you. I think that's a beautiful thing, because I wasn't really buying stock like that when I was your age. I wish I was. If I'd been doing that, my life would have been a lot different. So the younger you are, the better off you are. If you have kids, you should be buying stock for your kids before they're born, not on the day they're born, not when they're 10, not when they're 15. I'm talking about like when they're negative 10 years old, when they're negative 15 years old. I kid you not. The sooner you start, the better. That's how rich people do it. All right. So anyway, if you haven't bought your first share of stock, or you want to learn more, get free information from the Black Business School, go to firstsharestock.com. We love to give free information. We love to help the community on every level. So let me just kind of finish breaking some of this down to you in terms of what's going on in the economy. As I pull this up, give me a yes in the chat if you can still hear me, okay? Because I'm switching screens so I can read this article. And also, please hit the thumbs up button right now. Everybody, please hit thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell. Thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell. TSN, thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell. We really need your help in growing our media. All right, so here's the deal. U.S. stocks jump. This is according to CNBC. U.S. stocks jumped sharply Monday on a broad-based rally as stocks tied to the economic reopening jumped on vaccine optimism, while tech names rebounded from steep losses last week. See, that's their way of doing a mush mouth. That's their way of saying, well, the stock market moving up because people just changed their mind, and we can't really point to any particular thing that actually happened. But because people wanted to make an excuse to make up with the market and pull prices up, they just did. That's what they're really saying. I mean, think about this. They said, there's vaccine optimism. Like, what does that mean? Like, there's no clear indicator. I mean, I know that Johnson and Johnson got a vaccine approved, but several vaccines have been approved. This ain't nothing new. And also, they said tech names rebounded from steep losses last week. What they're talking about are those reversals I was telling you about. They're just basically saying, look, people oversold and everything was on sale, and the people that held on got paid. The people that bought more are doing better. Right. That's what it is. That's what dollar cost averaging does. Is when you're just buying consistent. I always buy. I mean, I don't bet against the market. I just don't. Betting against the market is like betting against Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl. People learned to stop betting against Tom Brady when he was 35. People still try to bet against him at 43, and you saw what he did at 43. So I don't bet against Tom Brady. I don't bet against this market because basically, historically, we've always had a bull market. And so when the market goes up, I buy because I assume it's going to be more expensive later. When the market goes down, I buy because I assume it's going to be more expensive later. Do you get the point? Give me a yes in the chat if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so fewer than 40 stocks in the S&P 500 posted losses on Monday, the first trading session of March. At the big board, advancers outnumbered decliners 4-1. So that means for every 4 stocks that advanced, only 1 stock declined. Energy and financials, which are powerful cyclical plays, jumped more than 2.5%. Meanwhile, high growth tech shares outperformed as rates stabilized. So as this interest rate inflationary fear starts to subside, what happened is bond prices went up, which reduces yields. Don't ask me why. If you want to know the mechanics of all this in the detail, don't forget I do have a Black Stock Market program. I mean, you can feel free to go sign up. You don't have to do it, but I think you're gonna love it because it's a really good program. But basically, when bond prices go up, yields go down. So when yields started going up because bond prices were going down, people got very nervous. They thought it was because of inflation. Well, the Fed chair Jerome Powell has basically said he's not concerned about inflation, but there are people who are saying, "Yo, man, you need to be concerned about inflation," including me. I'm looking at him like, oh, okay, I kind of get what you're doing, homie. I hear what you're saying, but you might be giving the baby a little bit too much medicine. What does that mean? That means that Jerome Powell at the Fed is trying to do everything he can to avoid a recession. He's trying to avoid a crash. I think the crash is avoided. Man, you're not going to crash. but you could end up putting yourself in an inflationary spiral that you can't get out of. I am in the camp that believes that inflation is on the way. That to me gives good signals for things like Bitcoin. I am a Bitcoin believer. In fact, actually, speaking of crypto, let me know if you can still hear me. I'm switching screens. I just like to make sure I'm still coming through okay. A Bitcoin jump 7.6% last night. In the last week, it's down about 15%. But literally in the last day, it's gone up 7%. It's even gone up in the last hour, half of 1% or something. So Bitcoin's making moves. I think Bitcoin's going to make bigger moves. I think that Bitcoin is being sort of, they're kind of being. I use the term cock blocking because most of y'all just know what that term is, and it's basically, and I say that because Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, was basically kind of hating on Bitcoin. Like she's kind of throwing out standard usual arguments that old people make when they don't like something new. Like Dave Ramsey says these things, Warren Buffett says these things, even Bill Gates is saying these things. And basically they say things that are obviously true, which is that Bitcoin is volatile. Bitcoin isn't easily used as for exchange because of that volatility. Bitcoin could fall apart. It's not a great market, but there are so many reports. Citigroup, I think Citi today just released a report basically saying Bitcoin's at an inflection point. Bitcoin is either going to blow up and take off or Bitcoin is going to sink into the ground. It's almost like when 50 Cent was in his rap career and he was about to blow up and then he got shot 9 times right before he was about to become famous. So that at that moment, 50 Cent's life was at an inflection point. Either he was going to die and they were going to say, oh man, he was just about to blow up and he would have been a great rapper, or he's going to survive and go on and become 50 Cent. Well, 50 Cent survived and he went on and became one of the richest people out here, one of the most successful artists of all time. Well, the same thing is true with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's hitting an inflection point. And when you hit that point where you're about to blow, then haters are going to pile up on you. So Janet Yellen's a hater. So Janet Yellen says, I see that Bitcoin, this rapper Bitcoin is about to blow up and get a record deal. I don't want that to happen. So Janet Yellen ran up on Bitcoin and shot it 9 times. I believe Bitcoin is going to survive. I believe Bitcoin is going to be great. I believe Bitcoin is going to win. I believe Bitcoin is going to cross 100,000 by the end of the year. I really just see that. I don't see them stopping it, but then again, though, you never know. You never know, right? So anyway, let me read a little bit more. Hit the thumbs up button, share button, and subscribe button. And by the way, some of you are asking about the Black Stock Market Program. There's the URL. The first month is free, by the way, and I answer all my student questions. And in fact, we're doing a class meeting tomorrow. So if you want to join, feel free to go to the blackstockmarketprogram.com. We meet every Tuesday, and also there's a ton of content. And also you can send me questions, and I answer your questions individually, directly in a private, direct video. All right, so here's what else is going on. According to Goldman Sachs, they said, "quote Investors ask whether the level of rates is becoming a threat to equity valuations. Our answer is an emphatic no," said David Costin, Goldman Sachs chief U.S. equity strategist. "Our bullish U.S. equity view has already embedded expectations of rising interest rates." So Goldman Sachs is saying even if the rates go up, stocks are still going to take off because they're just good at making money. They're just making so much money. It's kind of crazy right now. Let's see what else is going on. Here's another interpretation from Bleakley Group. Equity investors are still looking at the rise in rates mostly as a good thing and not yet as a threat, notwithstanding some shaking of the tree in high multiple stocks and other parts of the market last week. Said Peter Bookvar, Chief Investment Officer at Bleakley Advisory Group. The benefits of the vaccines versus the challenge of higher rates will be the theme this year. So what he's basically saying is that when he says shaking of the tree of high multiple stocks, he's talking about those high, heavy growth stocks, like those electric vehicle companies that you love so much because they were doubling and tripling in value, or companies like Tilray that were just blowing like the socks off, like their stock price, like Tilray. Literally, we started buying. Okay, Elizabeth Bright says the course is closed for enrollment. It is. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well, let me double check that. I'll try to open it back up for you. But yeah, so Tilray, remember we started talking about Tilray about 9 or 10. Tilray shoots up to 20, then 30, then it got pumped up to 72. I knew it was too high at that point. I got a little bit nervous, but then it dropped back to normal about 29 or 30. I think Tilray's around 27, 28. And I think Tilray's a solid cannabis play. I really like it. I like selling the options on Tilray. I don't necessarily need to own it. And so with a stock like a Tilray, what you're really talking about is a little bit of risk in the fact that these stocks tend to be real sensitive. They're real sensitive. They're like that person who cries or screams whenever anything happens. Like they watch a movie and they're like, ah! Right? Like they just kind of always tweaking. Like those those high multiple stocks are very nervous stocks, very nervous investments. Whenever any little thing changes, those suckers either fly through the roof or they get shot down like an airplane. So you got to be real careful with those high growth tech stocks. You might love them one day, but you might hate them the next, because you can literally lose half of your money, like in a day. Like you saw what happened to Workhorse. I don't know if anybody owns Workhorse, but Workhorse is one of those sad stock, one of those sad stories. Workhorse got shot 9 times, and Workhorse is kind of limping right now. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share button, subscribe button. If you want to know more about stock options and how to sell them and buy them and all that, I have a master class on it, stockoptionsmasterclass.com. The URL's right there. And also, I talk about stocks on my Twitch channel. So if you are a gamer, I've gotten into gaming. I was playing Call of Duty today with zombies with my 13-year-old daughter and also my son. So we do a lot of gaming together, and we love it. So if you actually want to follow me on Twitch, just go to twitch.tv/Dr. Boyce Watkins. So if you go to Twitch, look up Dr. Boyce Watkins. You can follow the Twitch channel. Even if you're not a gamer, you can either watch us play, or you can actually just tune in every day, because I talk about stocks every day on my Twitch channel, every single day. And I'm also on there with my kids. So, and if you want to be one of my kids, then just hit me up and give me your gamer tag and friend me, and I'll play Call of Duty with you. Hopefully you'll be better than me, because I need protection, because I kind of suck right now. But I ain't gonna stay on the ground for too long, because I really got shot 9 times today. I'm trying to get out there with those little 12-year-olds who little violent things. Anyway, so I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Any deals on the masterclass? I got crushed last week on the options. You know what? Email support at the Black Business School 86, support at theblackbusinessschool.com. Tell them the Dr. Boyce said give you a discount. Just tell them he said give you a good discount, and they'll take care of you. All right. So I'm out of here. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe on your way out. I'll come back a little bit later and break down more of the market with you. I hope you made a ton of money today, and I hope you make a ton of money tomorrow. And you'll probably hear from me probably tonight, because you're going to hear from me several times a day, because I just love talking about this stuff, and I love talking to you. So have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Be good. Peace.